like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who can bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GGB Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have yourself to blame, y'all. Ticket TV and they weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop until you get your mouth off LGBT. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, no in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yup, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
All right, you guys. So press 1 if y'all can hear me in the comments. Got a mic check. 1 2 1 2. If y'all can hear me, press 1. Salute to everybody in the building this morning. I really appreciate all of y'all that have tapped in and truly been supporters of my channel, man. I woke up to literally almost 15 or 20 donations in the Cash App and PayPal. And I just want to tell everybody I thank y'all and I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to shout some of these people out. Shout out to my brother, Italian in Laguna Beach. He came 2 times with donations in the Cash App. And salute to him, brother. I appreciate you very much. Also, Bree Melvin, salute to you with the donation to the Cash App. Let me start off by telling y'all, the judge walked into court this morning and basically annihilated Diddy in the court just now. The judge asked the court, straight up, the judge asked the court if on the defense, the application with the regard of Don Richard, Diddy's lawyer's opening statement opened the door for her testimony. It says, as to Mr. James, right? David James. It says the testimony would be inadmissible absent more, and the government says, as I argued in my letter, and the judge just ruled orally on letters that are not in docket, although they're clearly judicial documents, right? So the judge goes on to say, the same brand of testimony that was objected to on Friday, does the government expect Mrs. Dawn Richards to say what she heard and saw? And the government said yes. And the judge says that would be permissible in court, just like the testimony in the recording studio. The government says personal assistants were with Combs 20 hours a day. Their testimony is admissible. The judge says my concern is that there are other ways to get this evidence in. What Mr. James would add is just the postscript, is what the judge said. So the judge is saying that he's going to let Don Richard tell everything. As far as Diddy's co-conspirator, David James, the guy I told y'all about, he says that he wants the government to just put that right in the evidence. The judge like, look, we don't even need his testimony. Just put that in the evidence. Oh, yeah. Let me shout out all these people, man. And y'all got to excuse me, man. I finish up eating breakfast, man. I be working for y'all all the time. I ain't had no time to eat. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Oh, yeah. And shout out to Judith The Sack, salute to you with the donation in the Cash App. Shout out to Beard King with the donation in the Cash App. Shout out to Eugene Wesley with the donation in the Cash App. Shout out to John Roll with the donation in the Cash App. Shout out to Georgia with the donation in the Cash App. Shout out to Rose with the donation in the Cash App. Shout out to David Lewis Love with the donation in the Cash App. Shout out to Lisa Harrison with the donation in the Cash App. Shout out to Monica Wishnu with the donation in the Cash App. Shout out to Tavares Barino with the donation in the Cash App. Incognito Money Management, salute to you with the donation in the Cash App. Shout out to Tammy with the donation in the Cash App. Shout out to Tammy Oliver with the donation in the Cash App. Shout out to Dominique Davis with the donation in the Cash App. Shout out to Andrew Whittington, Whittington. Shout out to Tara Moses with the donation in the Cash App. Shout out to Christy DePriest with the donation in the Cash App. Shout out to Jamal Wright with the donation in the Cash App. Shout out to Jimmy with the donation in the Cash App. Shout out to Latez Gaddies with the donation in the Cash App. Shout out to April Williams with the donation in the Cash App. Shout out to Jimmy with the donation in the Cash App. Shout out to Karen Walls with the donation in the Cash App. Wanna Lee with the donation. A few donations. Jimmy with another donation. Calvin Kennedy, salute to you. Wanna Lee with 2 more donations. Pastor Black with the donation in the Cash App. Walt with the donation in the Cash App. Enrique, Loaiza, Loaiza, salute to you with the donation in the Cash App. Andy Rover with the donation in the Cash App. Kimberly Junko with the donation in the Cash App. Jimmy with 2 more donations in the Cash App. Arthur George with a donation in the Cash App. Dolores Matthews with a donation in the Cash App. Robin Skiles with a donation in the Cash App. Rosie, Rosie, with a donation in the Cash App. Ivy Albert with the donation in the Cash App. Carrie Miller with a donation in the Cash App. Carlos Williams, Brenda Brown, salute to all of y'all so far with them donations, man. And let's get to the nitty gritty in this case, y'all. Salute everybody. Now, Diddy's lawyer on the snitch that I told y'all about, this guy right here, and I told y'all he was a rat. The guy standing behind Diddy. He's one of Diddy's co-conspirators. His name is David James. They're having a conversation about him right now in the court. Diddy's lawyer says on David James' issue, this defeats the whole purpose of this hearsay objection. The government is arguing that it's all admissible because the job descriptions are so vague. We contend these are personal matters. So Diddy's lawyers want David James removed because they're saying, Diddy's lawyers are saying, hey man, this is personal matters. Y'all smash that like button on y'all way in. We cooking this morning. Oh, my bad. And we got more. Shout out to Edwards in the Cash App with a donation. Salute to you, homie. Everybody in here standing on business this morning. Salute to all of y'all. If y'all want to donate the Cash App PayPal link, it's pinned at the top of the live chat. Just touch that little white bar, and then you'll hit one of them little blue links y'all see pinned at the top. Let me know what you think. She getting ready to complete her testimony today. So hold on 1 second, y'all. They deliberating in the court. You said, what's for breakfast? Oh, no, sometimes I put myself on mute, y'all, because I'm still trying to eat breakfast before we can really get started today. Oh, I got some French toast. I got some eggs. I got some turkey bacon. And I got a strawberry smoothie, baby. Shout out to Bridget Shedrick with a $100 donation in the Cash App. Salute to you. Says, keep speaking facts for those in the back. No doubt. You already know what it is. Salute to you. Yeah, most deaf. Most deaf. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'll be trying to bring y'all this content, man. You know, so y'all just bear with me, man. And salute to Inner City Press, man. They do a great job, man, putting out this information. So we definitely want to give props. Now, let's go on because Diddy's lawyers are heated right now. So the judge says, let me focus on you. He says, let me focus you on the assault on the chef, right? Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Hello? All right. Nah, just open the garage. It's right there. All right, bet. All right. All right, my bad, y'all. My bad, you guys. So the judge says, let me focus you on the assault on the chef. So apparently there was an assault on the chef. It says, Mr. James learns from a member of the security detail that Diddy assaulted the chef. Wouldn't that be in the scope of their employments? Diddy's lawyer says, I don't know what relevance this has to racketeering. So Diddy's, we find out right now in court, right now, before the jury even comes in, y'all, we find out that this guy is snitching and he's a witness to a lot of things with Diddy. And apparently the judge just said that let's just focus in on one thing right now. He says, let's talk about the assault on that chef. He says that Mr. James learned from a member of the security detail that Diddy assaulted the chef. Wouldn't that be in the scope of their employments, meaning the racketeering, meaning the enterprise, right? Because in order to be an enterprise, they're saying that Diddy ran his criminal organization through his employment. That's where the RICO comes from, right? So they saying the chef got his ass whooped too by Diddy. And that dude right there in the back, he gonna tell it all. And he worked for Diddy. He helped Diddy. He was in Diddy's enterprise allegedly. Mm-hmm. So salute to all of y'all. That's why I said, like, I totally agree with what Big Gene was saying. When you treat people like shit, bro, it's gonna come back on you in life. When you treat people like shit, it's gonna come back on you in life, right? Um, and that's all there is to it. It's gonna come back on you in life. Hold on, y'all. Shout out to Eva in the Cash App with a $50 donation. And she says, man, I love this channel, man. Salute to you. I appreciate it. Y'all smash the like button, man. Let's get those likes up as y'all come on in here. Let's get those lights up. The judge is on fire this morning. The judge is on fire this morning, y'all. He on fire this morning. So, you guys, Diddy's lawyer says, well, I don't know what this has to do anything with the racketeering. Diddy's lawyer says, this is becoming sort of a bad act free-for-all. Assault is just not one of the racketeering acts, is what Diddy's lawyer says. So Diddy's lawyer don't want the people to know about all the people Diddy beat the fuck up. He's saying, hey, man, assault just isn't one of the racketeering acts. The government then says, man, this is relevant to the means and methods of the enterprise. The chef is identified as a victim of forced labor. Oh, it's getting exposed now. So now a chef is one of the victims. Maybe that's the new victim that they talked about when they said victim 5. Smash the like button. We should have over 2,000 likes already. Like button is free. Now we starting to find out. Shout out to Maria Borea in the Cash App with the donation. Salute to you. Much love to you, baby. Now we starting to find out. The government just said this is relevant to the means and methods of the enterprise. The chef is identified as a victim. And they said that Diddy, of forced labor by Diddy, which goes into the racketeering. I tried to tell you I was going to get funky this week. All these people y'all naming to testify in the comment section, I don't believe will be testifying. The people who are going to be testifying are the people who ain't saying nothing. You're not going to see them saying nothing. The way y'all don't see Kirk Burrows saying nothing right now, I'd be worried as hell if I was Diddy. See, I told you, they're going to show a pattern of this dude's demonic acts. It ain't just about Cassie. That's what I've been telling everybody. It's about how you treat people. And this is the reason why I don't like Diddy. Because I know for a fact how he treated people. Because I know people that work with the man. Straight up. And it's just bad when 90% of the people that work with you don't got nothing good to say about you. That's crazy work. But the world finna find out. Because the judge finna let all this shit ride. The world gonna find out. And then when the world find out what type of time Diddy was on, all that talk gonna change in a few minutes. Right? So Diddy's lawyer says, I'm going to defer Mrs. Westmoreland on the other witness. So now here comes the black lawyer, y'all. Right? Diddy's black lawyer steps up, the female, and says that Don Richard claims that Diddy assaulted Cassie right in front of her. These other alleged threats are nowhere near in closer proximity to the alleged assault, is what she said. Now, this woman is supposed to be a survivor of getting her ass whooped. And she up here, or getting violated sexually. And here she go. So now, she says, and this is the black female lawyer for Diddy. She says we have to distinguish between the Danity Kane and the dirty money errors. She says, and Mr. Harv Pierre's name has come up now, telling her, where are you going to go? I don't see how that can be constructed as a threat. The judge says, let me think about that. Boy, this thing about to get funky this week. I tried to tell y'all this. I tried to tell y'all. Shout out to Haley in the Cash App with the donation. Haley come through with a 25 piece. Salute to you. I appreciate you. She said, go on and eat your breakfast ticket. You deserve it. Hey, salute, baby. You know what it is. You know what it is. Bruh. I got a feeling that this week is going to be way more entertaining. Y'all thought last week was entertaining. This week going to be crazy, bro. I don't know where Hard Pierre is. We're going to find out soon. You guys got to remember, they're going from 2009 to 2024. That's crazy, bro. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I don't think everybody got away for free. I believe that some people who are cooperating witnesses that may have had prior history or whatever like that, I believe some of these people are just going to get very weak punishments. Like some of them might get 2 years, a year, but you're not going to find out till after the trial. I wanted to put that out there too. So everybody says, oh, they get to get away without doing nothing. Nah, I believe some of these people are going to do some time. I'm just telling y'all, y'all just not going to find out about it until after the conviction. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember, they're going to use these people's testimony to get Diddy convicted first. Then they're going to come back and give these people their sentences. So the judge is thinking about something right now. Hold on, let me see who this is, y'all. Shout out to Kevin Woodridge in the Cash App, coming through with a $75 donation this morning, man. And he said, listening to you on the way to work. Take a salute, brother. Have a safe travel this morning. I appreciate that, dog. Have a safe travel, bro. Yeah, y'all on y'all way to work. Y'all have a safe travel, man. Turn me up in the headphones, baby. Believe that. Or turn me up in the car stereo. I know a lot of y'all on y'all way to work or y'all at work. You got me in your headset. You know what it is. Salute to all of y'all. You know how many people just sent me donations? And the Cash App, PayPal say your ticket, man. You got me through my day. You made my day quicker. Salute to y'all, man. I appreciate that. That made me feel good. Wayne Simpson, salute to you. He says that they said there's 34 witnesses. Yeah, I already told you. Bro, what you thought? You thought they was playing? These people thought the feds was playing, bro. I told y'all, a lot of these people were rats. Everybody talking about Cassie is not innocent. Cassie's guilty. Nobody said she was innocent. Cassie took a deal too. I told y'all that from the very beginning. If you were watching this channel, I told y'all they all got agreements. That's why I told y'all. Some people got different deals than others. Cassie situation, she got full immunity. I know that for a fact. I tried to tell y'all this. For her testimony, she got full immunity. Aubrey ain't testifying. Aubrey just talking in public. Aubrey don't bring really. She don't bring nothing to this case as far as their direct allegations. Straight up. Shout out to Carolina or Carolina, whatever, however you pronounce your name. I apologize for the donation. I appreciate you, Carolina Walker. Salute to you for the donation in the cash app. She sent a $50 donation. She said everybody support Ticket. He working hard. Salute to you, sis. I appreciate that. Shout out to Dakia Hall in the cash app. The donation. She said keeping it 100 and never leaving God behind. That's a fact. Salute to you. Salute to you. I appreciate that. Hold on one second. Let me see what's going on right here, y'all. Hold on. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me see. What the freak? Hold on. What? All right, hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. So the judge says we have an application from the press that emails be put in the record. I'm directing you to put them together and put them in the docket by next Tuesday. And after that, on a weekly basis, right? Also, and that was inner city that challenged that. Also, the jury enters. So the government continues the questioning of Don Richard, right? Stacy, salute to you for the $40 donation in the cash app. I appreciate you. Salute to you. The government asked, when Diddy told you people could go missing, how did you interpret that? Don Richard says that people could die. I couldn't believe that this could be the beginning of a journey for us. The government says that's Diddy dirty money. Don Richard said yes. So Don Richard said that she testified that Diddy said he can kill people. Period. People be dead. It's gonna destroy Diddy. Death threats? Yeah, it's over. Multiple witnesses, beatings of chefs, beatings of all these people, threatening these people. They're gonna prove a racketeering and a coercion, all that. Beatings, all this shit. Yeah, they're gonna prove it. Criminal organization, they're gonna prove that shit. Remember, I just tried to tell y'all ain't wanna listen. The government was just warming up on this dude. And I told everybody they was painting a picture last week, and everybody thought it was a sprint. It's a marathon, baby. Right? Hold on, y'all. Got some more people in here. Let me see who this is. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. Charles, salute to you in the cash app with the donation, brother. He came through with a $25 donation, man. And he said principles is hard to find this day. Yeah, it is, man. It really is, bro. But you know, when you got morals and ethics, bro, and you believe in God, man, and you just blessed, I mean, this is what happens. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're not gonna be perfect. Everybody gonna make mistakes. But you know, it's what you do with yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. That's what it's about, y'all. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep. All right, y'all. So then the government asked Don Richard, what did you observe? Don Richard says he would drag her, kick her, and punch her in her mouth. The government says, what would prompt these acts of violence? Diddy's lawyer says, objection. The judge says, overruled. Keep going. Don Richard says when Cassie would speak up for herself, Diddy would beat her ass. Don Richard says she witnessed whenever Cassie spoke up for herself that Diddy would drag her, kick her, and punch her in the mouth. And that if she didn't oblige, that Diddy said that they'll come up missing. He'll basically kill her. She's saying this right now in open court. She's saying this right now in open court. Right now in open court. These statements are all going in front of the jury. The nigga's getting life. I told you guys this. When you got this many people coming against you, bro, it's over with, bro. Y'all, you go ahead. It's a wrap for the kids. I tried to tell y'all this shit was a layup. Everybody tried to go against me like I'm out here telling some type of lie. No, I'm telling the truth so that people don't be fooled by this stuff. I told you guys this. Right? Diddy don't put all his lawyers up there and they all getting smoked on the stand. And y'all smash the like. Let's get over 3,000 likes in the chat. I appreciate all of y'all that's tapped in to this channel and showing love to what we do. I salute all of y'all, man. Y'all know the hard work we put in, man. Oh, shucks. Here we go, y'all. So the government says, who in security witnessed things? Bro, I think they might have flipped D-Rock, man. I think they might have flipped D-Rock. Don Richards says D-Rock and Roger Bonds. Lord have mercy. Don Richards in open court says that D-Rock and Roger Bonds witnessed these things. She might have flipped both. The government might have flipped both D-Rock and Roger Bonds. Because they ain't bringing their names up unless they're going to call them up on the stand. I told y'all they're going to fry this nigga. They're going to fry this nigga. The government then asked, where did Cassie get hit? Don Richards said on her knees, her face, all over. The government says, did there come a time you were in New York for a festival? Don Richards said yes, in Central Park. Man, she said that D-Rock and Roger Bonds, the security for Diddy, witnessed these things. Her saying that Let y'all know right now, they got them coming up there to testify. I try to tell y'all this. The feds put the squeeze on this whole organization. And all these niggas out here talking about some, hey man, oh, I don't see nothing. Okay, you gonna see it today. And then niggas gonna shine somebody. And I told you, a lot of these niggas turned on Diddy, man. I told y'all this. I've been told y'all. But cats didn't want to listen. I read all the paperwork pre-trial. And I told y'all, put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. Because I came in here and told everybody. Shout out to Allison with a $100 donation in the Cash App. She said, you were right, I was wrong, Ticket. I tried to tell you. Talking about something. And I remember you came in here talking about something, I don't see a Rico. You gonna see it today. You gonna see it today. She out here naming names. They said, who in the security staff witnessed these beatings? She ain't saying they name unless they getting up on a stand and confirming what she said. Inner circle. I told y'all this. These mofos running around here. I don't see no. Now listen to all their videos today after court today. Oh man, Diddy's in trouble now, man. I mean, bro, everybody's snitching on him. I've been telling y'all this from day one. Them niggas got mad at me. The government says, in the residence, what happened? Don Richard says he punched Cassie. She came into the bathroom crying. You can see her upset, like she was hurt. Diddy's lawyer says objection. The judge says sustained. The government said, what injuries did you observe? She said he swole her eye. She said he swole her eye. Reading all that pre-trial paperwork, I already knew the way the government was going to make this case was people on Diddy's inner circle was going to have to tell. I told y'all. I told everybody. And they all thought, oh, you hate. No, I'm not. I'm telling the truth, nigga. I'm just giving you reality. Everybody that was around him said, I ain't going to prison for you. I told y'all this. But when niggas just trying to hate for no reason, that shit crazy. And Diddy did this to himself. He shouldn't have been beating up on them women and beating up on those people. You know what I'm saying? Somebody didn't want to listen to you. Should have just let them go. Fire their ass. I'm not finna waste my time arguing with you. If I'm paying you and you don't want to listen to my instructions on what we got to do as far as job, you fire. There ain't enough to talk about. So the government asked Don Richard, why did you remain with Cassie after this incident? Don Richard says, I wanted her to feel supported. The government says, what's this? And they show her a picture. Don Richard says, the Central Park event. And it's a picture of Cassie in sunglasses with Don Richards. The government says, why did you wear them? She says, in solidarity. She says she was in solidarity with Cassie protesting this nigga Diddy whooping her ass. I try to tell y'all, man, they're going to put all that shit in the racketeering about the violence, the beatings, the control, and all these other things. I try to tell y'all. Salute to everybody that's tapped in to the channel. Appreciate all y'all for tapping on in. Trying to tell these cats, man, they don't be wanting to listen, man. Shout out to Clara in the Cash App with a donation. She come through with a $50 donation. Salute to you, my sister. Much love. Yeah, and this is the thing y'all got to remember. They just on victim number 1. They haven't even went to victim number 2 yet. That's the crazy part. We on Cassie still. We still on Cassie. We still talking about witnesses to the Cassie thing. We haven't even went to victim number 2 because it goes victim number 1, witnesses, snitches, inner circle, boom. Evidence, boom. Victim number 2, Testimony from the victim, witnesses, evidence, whatever else. Boom, victim number 3. This is going to be over and over and over again. I try to tell y'all. Y'all thought the government was out here playing games? These people crazy as hell. I don't see no racketeering. Watch all them niggas' videos today. Telling y'all this. Shout out to Josephine and the Cash App with the donation. Salute to you, my sister. She said, you've been very informed about this case. I'll just read the paperwork. I read all the court filings. That's how I know a lot of this stuff was coming. You just didn't know who the names were. And she's, it's over with. They named more names. Now you start to see all the people that's snitching. Let's go, y'all. So it says, the government asked, the next assault, who was there? Don Richards say, D-Rock was there. Capricorn Clark was there. And Harv Pierre was there. The government says, who was Mr. Harv Pierre? Don Richards says, at Bad Boy, he was the guy who answered to Sean Combs. The government says, did they do anything? Don Richards said, none of us did nothing. There you have it right there. Now, she done already named all these different people. Now, Capricorn Clark, I ain't gonna tell y'all what her role is in this. Or I will tell you, she allegedly let me just say right now until they get to her. Oh yeah, she one of the people, one of the employees that turned on Diddy. Yep. She gonna come up in this trial. Try to tell y'all this. Matter of fact, we talked about, I ain't even gonna say that. I ain't even gonna say it yet. I'm gonna let it come out in the court, and then I'm gonna double back to when I told y'all about this stuff. I told y'all this. Now they naming names. All of this shit. Everybody talking about, I've never seen a one-man RICO. This ain't a one-man RICO. This a RICO where everybody saw the evidence they had and said, nah, man, I'm a snitch. I'm not trying to go to prison for 20 years. It's not happening. Because remember, it ain't just Diddy. Everybody else that didn't take the... See, this is what y'all got to understand. When you facing a RICO, everybody's going to get charged pretty much the same that's included in the RICO. Except for Diddy may get a little bit more harsh sentence, but pretty much everybody's going to be in the same charges, especially if they don't plea out, or especially if, you know what I'm saying, they go to court and fight it. They always looking at guys, they're going 20, 30 years. Some of them was looking at 15 years if they can get them in the racketeering. So all them people was looking at around 10, 15 years, at least 15 years in the racketeering. They ain't doing that shit. Them niggas all snitching. Try to tell y'all this. Because you being a part of the racketeering is 15. They gave Diddy life. And then all them people that's under him, 15. Them people ain't trying to do 15 fed time. They messing around, do 2 years, a year, 3 years, get a year suspended. Let me get this information. That's how they working. Rats. Try to tell y'all this. They always snitching. I told niggas. Niggas ain't one. Oh man, nigga, I don't know why you this nigga, because I read the paperwork, nigga. I'm not no idiot. I seen what it was. Everybody focus on Cassie. It ain't just Cassie. Now it's too late to get a deal now. The only thing Diddy could do is, and he's still getting life. If Diddy was to stop the trial right now and say, I'm guilty, the judge gonna give him life. It don't matter. He's still getting life. So he got to take a risk, go to trial, and hope that one of the jurors say, nah. And the only thing they're going to do is just run it back on him. All they're going to do is run the shit back. They're going to run it back. Right? Trying to tell y'all. Bro, you finna hear from these people in court, man. I don't be worried about no YouTube interviews. You finna hear everything in court. Because when the feds come, they not playing, bro. They got all the files. Y'all got to remember that. The feds, when they got all the files, they got unlimited resources, the government, bro. That's the thing I be trying to tell people, man. People be acting like they can beat the government like that. Man, it's not easy like that, bro. When they got unlimited resources, bro, when they can look in every single aspect of your life, you're not finna win that, dog. Every aspect of your life? Nah, you ain't finna win that. Think about that. They looking at every aspect of your life. I try to tell y'all. And so all them people who was quiet, who did nothing, who participated, bro, they finna get put on the grill. Straight up. The grill. The grill. Right? They get ready to get put on the grill. All right? No, ain't no domestic violence. Y'all gotta understand. The violence is a part of the criminal organization. That's what kept people in line. The beatings, things like that. You know what I'm saying? So if you didn't listen, you get your ass beat. Or maybe even worse. You know? That's a form of coercion tactics. Force. Right? And that's the thing. All they gotta do is, so all them times that Cassie said she loved doing freak offs, that don't mean nothing if she told this nigga one or two times, yo, I don't want to do it, and he beat her ass and forced her to do it. Nigga, he going to prison. This is what I told everybody. They ain't want to listen. They ain't want to listen. Shout out to Sadie for the donation in the cash app. She come through with a $200 donation. She said, I wish I had more to give you your blessing. Salute to you, my sister. Much love and much appreciation to you. Salute to you. Come through with a 200 spot in the cash app. With the sweet and sour sauce. So Don Richard says that none of them did anything when they saw Cassie get her eyes swollen by Diddy. She said D-Rock, Capricorn Clark, and Harv Pierre were all there and did nothing. Remember, I told you, all them people said the only person that did something to help anybody was D-Rock. Right? So Don Richard says, when we drove back to LA, he slapped Cassie in her mouth and told her to shut the fuck up. The government said, how did the passengers respond? Don Richard said, everybody shut up, everybody shut up. Oh, I should not be laughing because it's not funny. Don Richard said, everybody in that car shut up the whole rest of the ride. Damn. That's crazy Diddy had these people shook like that, bro. That's crazy Diddy had people shook. Bro, you got people shook like that? Crazy work. Crazy work. Man, bro. Don Richard says, I asked myself, if he did that to someone he supposedly loved, what he do to an employee? She said, so I approached Diddy with softness. Damn, dog, they destroying this nigga on the stand today, bro. I tried to tell y'all they was gonna bring that heat. And so the government says Did you try to intervene in the relationship? Don Richards said, nope, for my own safety. She said, I ain't no way in hell I'll put myself in that. Nope. Dawn up that junk with a shovel. Don Richard is on the stand right now with a shovel. Shout out to Mark Brown in the Cash App. $30 donation. Salute to you, brother. I appreciate you, homie. Salute to you. I really appreciate you, dog. You know what it is, my G. Much love to you, man. Much love to you, dog. Metro Boomin, he a millionaire. Take it back. Yep. Salute everybody. Man, that's crazy, bro. Crazy work, bro. Tim Brackett, salute to you, man. I appreciate you in the Cash App with the donation, man. You said, oh, okay, dog, I got you. I'm going to check it, dog. I got you. I got you, dog. I appreciate it, homie. I got you. I'm going to check it. I'm going to check it. I'm going to check it. And I'm going to check it at lunchtime, dog. I'm going to check it at lunchtime, homie. Yo, salute to everybody that's in the building showing love this morning, man. I appreciate all y'all. People sacrifice themselves to support me and show me love. I appreciate all of y'all. Real talk, man. That's a blessing. Y'all hit the like button. Let's get over 4,000 likes. Don Richard is on the stand with a shovel. And she doing the world a service. Don Richard said, hell no, I ain't do nothing. She said, for my own safety. she said Diddy had all the mofos shook. That's crazy work. And I told y'all in my other video today, wait till Cassie mama get on the stand. I'm gonna tell y'all, see, listen to what I'm telling y'all this. They're gonna look at a certain way. They're gonna look at this situation with Cassie a certain way. Listen to what I'm saying to y'all. When that mofo get on the stand, it's over with. Crazy work. Crazy work. Hold on, y'all. Got somebody else. Shout out to Gail Stark with the donation in the Cash App. Don Richard up that joint got daggone burying that nigga. I try to tell y'all this, and niggas ain't want to listen to me. Oh, I don't see nothing, ticket. I don't see anything. Shit, nigga. Y'all niggas better get some glasses, nigga. So the government says, they said, did you see Mr. Combs using drugs? Don Richard said, yep. She said she seen him using reefer, ketamine, Molly, and she seen him using that powder. They asked her, did she see him using the O word? She says, that I never saw. Oh, shit. The government says, who brought him the drugs? Oh, they getting into the drugs now, y'all. She says, one stop, he had it all, including Plan B, birth control. Man, bro, she lined this nigga up, man. She lining him up. Diddy is getting lined up in front of the whole court. She said the man had Plan B, birth control. Yeah, she lining him up. She finna send him up out of here. Get away. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Man, I tell y'all, man, I knew this was gonna happen. Metro Boomin, he a millionaire. F it, take it back. Yeah, Diddy's toast, man. I see people in the comment section talking. Yeah, he out of here, bro. They might as well send that nigga a lullaby right now. They might as well send him his lullaby right now. Yeah, he gone. He a goner, y'all. He out of here. Based off what they testifying in court, based off what they testifying in court, yeah, he out of here, bro. Salute everybody. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all. So she even said this man had Plan B, birth control pills, all that. dog, Puff. Make hits till my last breath. Everybody was talking about Suge over the years. Man, Puff was the goddamn on. Puff was the goddamn on man. Y'all got to remember, we just on victim number one. Shout out to the complete collection for the donation and the PayPal. Salute to you. I appreciate it. Shout out to Gap Life for the donation and the Cash App. Said keep up the good work, Ticket. Salute to you for the donation in the Cash App. Also, shout out to Wayne Simpson for the donation. He says Alex is the only one that stood up to Diddy. for your information. Who was that? Because they said the only one that helped them was D-Rock. That's what these people said. They saying the only one that helped them was D-Rock. Is what they saying. Right? So the government asked, did you see Diddy with guns? See? They don't put guns in his hand now. They got two people to say that Diddy had weapons. I try to tell y'all. Y'all don't want to listen. I try to tell you niggas, man. Bro, they was going to line this nigga up, get him up out of here. She said, yes, she seen him with handguns on his lower back. She said, who had guns? She said, the security, D-Rock, and Roger Bonds. They asked her, what did you do after Bad Boy? She said, sing. Whenever I got momentum, I get a FaceTime from him. She said, the government said, how would you speak to Diddy? She said, very softly. She said she spoke to him very softly. Bro, she wasn't playing no games with this nigga, man. She said, I spoke to him very softly. She said, I always call him bro. The government said, the government said, why did you not disclose the abuse that you had seen? She said, I was told not to by Diddy and by Harv Pierre. She says, when did you speak out? She says, in 2024. Now, what they going to do? Put Harv Pierre on the stand and have him verify what she said. Case closed. That's going to show you guys the mode of the racketeering, the fact that he had people that was working for him. They've already put the guns in there. Look how the feds are lining this case up. Everybody was worried about week 1. Can't worry about week 1. You need to be worried about week 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Them the weeks y'all need to be worried about for itty bitty Diddy. Point blank period. That's who y'all need to be worried about. Right? You said he might lie though and say Don is lying. That shit ain't gonna matter when he got 40 people up there. What he gonna say? All 40 of them lying? Nigga going to jail. Nigga going to prison forever. There ain't no question about that. Shout out to Tommy Gaines in the Cash App with a donation. Salute to you, brother. I appreciate it, man. Donating to the channel. Shout out to Vita with the donation to the channel. She says, good morning, everyone. Tickets to go. Nah, I'm just blessed to be here. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed to be here. And I appreciate everybody that's in here. I'm blessed to be here. Right? Man, this is crazy work, bro. They didn't ask Don Richard. So Don Richard, they're just using her as a witness to Cassie. That's it. They said Don Richard said she spoke out in 2024 when she saw Cassie take the stand and tell the truth. Hey, burying this girl. So Diddy's lawyer says, objection. And the judge says, sustained. And the government says, did you see Cassie file a civil lawsuit and then you file your own? She said, yep. And then the judge says, cross-examination. Now, Diddy's lawyer says, you are aware there's a motion to dismiss your lawsuit. Don Richard said, I have civil lawyers. Diddy's lawyer says, you sat with the prosecutors and your allegations have changed? She said, I've been consistent. She said, I've been consistent. That man Diddy throwing all his lawyers. This nigga Diddy got 10 lawyers. Diddy got all his lawyers up here questioning people. This man don't pay 10 lawyers to get whipped like this, bro. Crazy work. Crazy work. That's crazy. Unbelievable, y'all. I don't know the rap on the make it sound, yeah. Y'all something else, man. Somebody said it would have been cheaper for him to confess. Man, bro. He would at least got out. 15 years. Got out. Been able to do some OJ type, you know what I'm saying? Years. And then before he check out of here. Nah, he wanted to roll the dice. Because he had always won. Sometimes when you always win in court, you feel like you ain't gonna lose. So you roll the dice. Diddy roll the dice again? But this time he might crap out. Aaron Woods, salute to you in the cash app with the donation. He said, you see Jokic making excuses? Nah, what'd he say? What'd he say? Salute. Salute to you, brother. Let me know what he's talking about. So Diddy's lawyer then says, and this is the black lawyer that Diddy has, the female black lawyer that's questioning Don Richards. She says, you testified that he attempted to hit her about the eggs and that Mrs. Ventura dropped down in a fetal position, right? Don Richards said yes. Diddy's lawyer says, did you ever say you heard a pan hit the wall? You didn't see it? Don Richards says, I don't recall. All right. So she's saying, she asked Don, did you ever say you heard a pan hit the wall? Don was like, she don't recall saying that. Whether she said that or not. She did say that nigga threw that school of eggs at Cassie, and Cassie fell down in a fetal position. Nah, I believe that they not to question the jury because they double dog daring that nigga to do something. I believe they have security. I believe they have the government. I believe they have everybody watching security because they've already known that Diddy has taken risk. So they feel like Diddy is probably going to take a bigger risk, right? Which is going to get him screwed if he goes trying to mess with that jury, right? So that's what I think's going to happen. Shout out to Vita with the donation. She says, is Diddy linked to Hakeem who? I don't know who that is. Shout out to Melissa, 37, Patty LaBelle, or Petty LaBelle, Petty LaBelle. in the with the donation, she says some folks really ain't getting happening. Bless them. I don't understand what you said, but salute to you. Appreciate everybody that's tapped on in. I forgot about Kid Cudi too. They got all them people to come testify too. Man, it's finna get ugly than a masterpiece sneak. Y'all know it is. Metro Boomin here and take it back. Yeah, y'all smash that like button, man. Let's get over 4,000 likes. The like button is free, you guys. The like button is free. If y'all want to donate support the channel, you can. Cash App, PayPal link is pinned at the top of the live chat room. Or you can click those links that's in the chat that say Streamlab or Stream. What is it, Streamlab or Stream? What is it? Stream Elements? Streamlab? Stream Elements. Yeah. They be dropping links too with the blue wrench in the chat where y'all can donate. So salute to everybody for that. But yeah, it's pinned at the top of the chat. You know, salute to all of y'all. Right? Appreciate y'all. Salute everybody. Man, bro. Man. Man, oh man, y'all. Let me see. Let me see you guys. I don't understand how Diddy's team think they gon' I don't see how they think they're gonna get around this. I'm just being honest with y'all, man. It's not looking good at all. Scarlett, salute to you. I see you in the Cash App, the donation. I appreciate you. You know? Bro, Gene Deal is in New York. At the trial. Gene went to the trial. Big shout to Gene Deal, man. Gene Deal is at the trial. It's been turn up now. Big Gene is at the trial, y'all. Man. Big Gene pulled up. Good God, Big Gene pulled up, man. Big Gene pulled up, man. Crazy work. Big Big Gene. Big Gene, man. Oh man, bro. Bro, it's about to get ugly. Trust nobody. It's about to get ugly. Big Gino showed up. Man, Big Gene out there. Bro, Big Gene showed up, man. Hey, man, these dudes something else, man. Oh, man, crazy work, man. So it goes on, you guys. So now, you guys, Diddy's lawyer asked, hold on, y'all. Diddy's lawyer asked, would you agree with me? It is hard for you to keep your story straight with respect to this egg incident. Don Richards said, I told it as close as I could. Diddy's lawyer says, the day after, you say Mr. Combs said people go missing? Don Richards said, yep. That's what I said. Don Richards said, yep. Don Richards said, yep. Exactly what I said. Crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy. Crazy. Man. Metro Boomin, he a millionaire. F it, take it back. These dudes ain't nothing but rats. So, yeah, man. Don Richards sticking to his story with the Diddy's lawyers. Don Richards said, that's what I said. Man, man, crazy, crazy. Man, I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. And listen, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Diddy was a beast, bro. Bro, to be able, I want y'all to think about this. To be able to do everything Diddy was doing and still be able to put all that work in, bro. Diddy's a beast, bro. No cap, bro. Diddy's a beast. Diddy's a beast, right? Diddy's a beast. Crazy, Man. All right, y'all. Let's see what he's talking about. All right, so Diddy's lawyer says, let's do your interview on March the 18th, 2025. You did not say anything about Mr. Combs told you people go missing. Don Richards says, I don't recall that. Diddy's lawyer says, don't worry. I'm going to show you a document for the parties only, page 5. They going in deep on this one, y'all. They going in deep on this. Deep. Deep, deep. They going in deep. Shout out to Penelope. And we can go shopping in Italy. Penelope, salute to you. I appreciate it. Send a $10 donation to the Cash App. Salute to you. Much love to you. Yeah, this thing's starting to get funky. Yes, sir. So they're showing some documents to the jury and to the parties only, right? And I guess that's statements of Don Richard. They're trying to say that she didn't say in a statement that Diddy said people will go missing. Here's the problem. They're going to have like 4 or 5 other people that go up there and vouch for. That's the problem. That is the problem. And I'm telling y'all this. Y'all going to see what I'm saying. Y'all going to see exactly what I'm saying. Metro Boomin, millionaire for Take It Back. Yo, Gene Deal don't pull it up to the courthouse, man. They got so much security out there. They got so much security out there. I've seen all the security that's around that courthouse, man. But it's still a lot of people that's just standing out there. You know? It is a lot of people that's just standing out there. All right? So hold on 1 second, you guys. Hey, yo, they online cooking Diddy. Said Diddy's lawyers trying gonna have to say everybody lying. Man, that ain't no cap. His lawyers gonna have to say everybody's lying. everybody lying. That's what his lawyers gonna have to say. They're gonna have to prove that every witness is lying. That's gonna be the hard part. It's proving that all them people is lying. Shout out to Olivia Mann in the Cash App with the donation. Olivia came through with a $30 donation. Salute to you. I appreciate you. Right? So the government says, oh no, Diddy's lawyer, my bad. Diddy's lawyer asked, isn't it true the first time you said this was a week ago? Would you like me to show your previous interviews? Don Richards said, I know what I said. Diddy's lawyer said, you said that Mr. Combs made a death threat, one that you didn't recall 7 times. So she's trying to say that Don Richards just made this up. Diddy got some good lawyers trying to create doubt. Here's the problem. What's he going to say when his inner circle comes in there and says that he said it too? That's the problem. See, y'all got to remember, all them people that's testifying, they not watching this right now. All them witnesses, they not watching this. They not watching this. They've probably been sequestered somewhere to where they can't even see this testimony. And that's the thing. Right? That's the thing. That you have to look at. Boy, they taking their pretty time in court today. Hold on one second, you guys. Bro, this is crazy work, man. Man. Crazy work going on in this courthouse.
This is not just one charge. He got 34 different charges. He got criminal possession. You know what I'm saying? Kidnapping. When you don't allow somebody to go somewhere to when they go, that's kidnapping. He got a host of charges that you're going to have to get somebody else to go through them. But the prosecution, all they got to do is win one of those charges. But I believe that he's going to make a deal. He's going to get in the middle of this trial. Watch and see what I'm telling you. He's going to get in the middle of this trial because he can't take it. He can't take sitting right there and hearing all his dirty deeds with Cassie. Somebody eventually that he paid what? $30 million to. He's hearing all his deeds in front of him. He ain't high. He ain't drunk. No more Ciroc for him. Is it Ciroc or Ciroc? Which one is it? Both. It's no, that's missing. So now, he's hearing all this go down. He gonna break, bro. I'm telling you. He gonna end up asking this defense team, see, can y'all still get me that deal?
I don't put it past Diddy to try to do that later on once he see the impact of all these people that's going to testify. See, that's the thing. What's the impact of everyone that's going to keep testifying? Not just one person. Everybody. That's the part that's going to come up.
See, can y'all still give me that deal? Some kind of deal. Damn, so that's what you think gonna happen? Yeah. They be smart. And to go back to something you said earlier, same thing with me, man. I'm a little confused when Cassie say that Diddy taught her how to give oral. Because I don't see how that works unless he put in his mouth or something. I don't know. All right, yeah, I don't need and I don't want to know. You understand? You know, I love my women seasons. Already know. Been through it. Done that. So I ain't into teaching. I wouldn't deal with a woman that I gotta teach anything to other than taking it. And she should be good at that too. She's a grown ass woman. You know what I mean? But for him to go and what she said was blatant that he taught me how to have oral sex and give men fellatios, and she made it seem like he was actually showing him by practicing on some of the men. That's what I took from it. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy. That's real crazy, bro. But it's crazy that, you know, how people don't see how she was groomed into doing this. That she was groomed into doing this. And then she is saying, and they playing tapes of her saying things that are provocative because she's saying that because, one, she wants to please him. She know he likes to hear this stuff. She know he wants to hear this stuff. So I'm going to say this stuff to please him. So, one, I don't get my ass whooped. Two, I might get a new car, a new gift, or something like that. Three, I might work on my next album.
Man, that's crazy, bro. Crazy work, y'all. Crazy work. Hold on, you guys. So there's a stoppage in the. Hold on, here we go. So Diddy's lawyer says, right? Let's move to the alleged incident before the Central Park concert. You are aware there was a camera crew? Don said, not in the bathroom. Don said, not in the bathroom. Diddy's lawyer says, you were filmed in the park. Are you aware if the video has been turned over? Don says, nope. Don said, not in the bathroom. Don checked that real quick. Don said, not in the bathroom. Nope. We ain't finna do that. That's what Don said. Not finna do that. number rats. Man. Right? Crazy work, y'all. All right. So yeah, they really going at it right now in the court. What Don said, no, not in the bathroom. She asked about them cameras. Not in the bathroom. Nope. You ain't finna do that. Metro Boomin, EMA, take it back. I'm trying to tell y'all this. I salute everybody that's tapped into this video, man. Hold on, y'all. All right. So we still waiting on something going on in the court. Something going on in the court.
I don't know, man. It is what it is. She also testified that the longest freak off her and Diddy had lasted 4 days. Bruh, I can't imagine having sex for 40 minutes. You're talking about 4 days. My man, that's a lot of freaking off. Well, they had tag teams or something? Oh, it was yeah, no, was it her, Diddy, and 4, 5, 6 other guys, or just her, Diddy, another guy? Yo, that's just crazy to me, bro.
Shout out to Sophie. Shout out to Sophia P. Sar and the PayPal with the donation. Salute to you, Sophia. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Salute to you. Now Diddy's lawyer says, for everybody that's listening, Diddy's lawyer says, hold on. What the hell? Hold on. Oh no, hold on. They're still going through procedures. Okay, yeah. Diddy's lawyer says about the guns. You didn't tell the prosecutors about. I saw guns at Diddy's house? Question mark. Don Richards said they didn't ask. Diddy's lawyer says you never saw Diddy pull a gun out and wave it around, load bullets or cock it. Don Richards said he just had it. Right? So she's telling the truth. And they're not going to be able to say Diddy didn't have guns because they found those assault rifles defaced in his home. So they can't even deny he had guns. Now you got two people that say Diddy had guns. Cassie said it when she said that he got up and they were going over there to see Biggie. I mean to see excuse me, Suge. Cassie said that. And now Don Richards saying that they had those guns. Man, all they doing is building up a history and reputation with this guy. That's all they doing. That's all they doing. Right?
See, and they tell off on their story. They sell. He has said that his parties are so wild that he has to have an ambulance outside of his house. He said that his parties are so wild, bro, that he got to have an ambulance outside his house. And they have to do a drip afterwards. He is sitting outside around poolside.
Alibaba.com factory direct sourcing.
That's crazy, bro. Hold on. We got an update. What? All right, you guys. So, let me see. Diddy's lawyer. Oh. Oh. So Don Richard did put this in her lawsuit in 2024 that I will make N words go missing. I end people. Quote unquote, you want to die today? I make N words go missing. And I end people. That's what Don Richard put verbatim in her lawsuit. Verbatim in her lawsuit. Right? Crazy work. Crazy work. Let me see something. Man, bro. Man, this whole case is crazy, y'all. This whole case is crazy.
With his mama.
Man, this case crazy.
I don't know. Maybe that's some rich. That may be some rich that we don't know nothing about. But he was doing an IV drip after one of his freak off of one of his parties. He had said that. You remember the time he kissed his mama in the mouth? They was getting the drip. And she said that after she did the freak offs, they would have to do IV drips. Man, here we go again. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. And they got other drugs, the mushrooms and all these other things, man. Yo, this is going to be, dude, if he gets off, which I doubt he will, but it don't make me a bit of motherfucking difference because he's stupid. He can't come back from none of the shit we heard. And if he thinks so, then we ain't worrying about no music. They ain't made music in the last 10, 15, 20 years.
That's crazy, bro. So, anyways, you guys, when she asked her, did she see Diddy pull out the gun, cock it, wave it around, load bullets, or anything like that? She says that he just had it. Now, Diddy's lawyer says, did you tell the government you never saw Diddy do that white stuff? She says, I don't recall. Diddy's lawyer says, your testimony has changed on quite a few things. Don Richards says, as time progresses, I remember more. So Diddy's lawyers are trying to say, hey, your testimony changing. You saying all this stuff now. You know what I'm saying? Your testimony's changing. Diddy's lawyers are gonna have to try to do this to every single witness, which is they're gonna have to nitpick and they're gonna have to try to discredit every witness.
He couldn't even make his own son a star. So we know he ain't doing music no more. He couldn't even make his own son a star. So my whole thing about it is that Big, Wolf, Ferg, all the people that I know, they got they just due by that nigga sitting in court fighting for his life and losing whatever prestige or whatever he had. And I'm glad with that. I'm good with that, bro. I'm good with this nigga losing everything that people help him get. And I'm talking.
Man, that nigga Gene, bro. Gene made this thing personal, man. That shit personal with Gene. Straight up. Personal. Hey, shout out to Lawrence in the Cash App with a donation. He come through with a $40 donation this morning. Salute to you, brother. I appreciate you. If y'all want to donate, the link is pinned at the top of the chat at the live chat room. All you gotta do is click that little white bar and let me know what y'all think, man. Salute to everybody that's in the building. Diddy's lawyer says that you saw One Stop sell drugs. You saw him take money? Don Richards said, yep. Diddy's lawyer says, all right, 1 second. Didn't you tell the government you never saw anyone pay him? So you lied, right? Don Richards said, nope. Don Richards said she ain't lie. Here's the thing. Diddy's lawyers are idiots. I'm going to tell y'all why. You're arguing about stuff that the government has already found on Diddy. They've already found drugs on Diddy. They've already found drugs. They've already found guns. I don't know why they're going this route to try to discredit this girl when the government, the feds, have already searched his crib and they searched his hotel room and found drugs and they found defaced guns. You're not going to get around those arguments. Those are stupid arguments because they found these stuff when they raided. Now, if they didn't find it when they raided his home, that's a different conversation. That's a different conversation. Straight up. Crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy work, man. They need to tread lightly with this situation too, because I'm gonna tell you something. It's gonna backfire on. Because you can't make people a liar, right? These are facts. These are facts. That's gonna be hard to overcome, man. So the judge asked for a sidebar.
In our earlier days, having to be at clubs, having to be at places, making sure we risking our lives, people risking their lives, people doing things to make sure that he's all right, that he's good. I'm good with Big, Wolf, Craig Mack, all the people that he did wrong, getting some kind of justice behind his having to face what he got to face now. And for all you crab ass mofos that want to talk and say shit about me, what you eat don't make me shit. And I'm good with me. I'm really good with me. I'm good that God had me put my foot on that neck and keep it on there. Now, I'm not responsible for none of this sexual shit that he's going through. I was here, brother, to tell you about this character, the principles, how he did people that was close to him that risked their life for him, how people came out of their pockets for him to make sure that he was all right when he went through his that city college and things like that. I was here to let y'all know he didn't deserve an honorary degree from Howard University. I was here to let y'all know he didn't deserve the key to the city. I was here to let y'all know, to let the people know that all that good son stuff that he tried to portray, he wasn't a good son because he was cussing his mom out, talking all kinds of shit about her. He even said that my mama could put her palms on the floor. What kind of shit is that? That was their relationship, though.
Bro, this man said Diddy even said his mama can put her hands on the palms on the floor. Oh man, bro. Crazy work, man. Crazy work, man. Oh my God, bro. This man said his mama. Oh, that's crazy, man. That's crazy, bro. His mama could put her hands on the floor, both palms. Really? Crazy. Oh, man. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, just thinking about that shit. Oh.
Had nothing to do with the Cassie shit. That was after my time. But I let y'all know he wasn't who he said he was. He ain't deserved none of the things that he was given. The key to New York, the key to the city, up out of here. Tried to portray that he grew up in Harlem, but there's not one block that he could go to and hang out in Harlem and say, this was my block I used to hang out on. Now, I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I can hang out from 112th Street from 8th Avenue to Lenox Avenue. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I can hang out on 144th and 8th Avenue. Those are the blocks I hung out on.
Man, that nigga Gene is going in. But Diddy's lawyer says it was you who reached out to Mr. Combs to work with him again, right? Don Richards said yes. Diddy's lawyer said, but hold on, you guys. Oh, they used the nickname of the white boy. So the nickname One Stop, who she said they was buying the drugs from, that's the white boy, I think, y'all. One Stop, I think, is his nickname. They don't want to say his name in court because he got a plea deal. Remember? They want to keep him safe because he gonna give him the case. So I just want to give y'all the information. So it says that she reached out to Diddy to work with him again. She said yes. Then Diddy's lawyer says, but he had threatened you, right? You asked to work, right? But you asked him to work with you again. She said yes. Diddy's lawyer said, okay. Now, I ain't gonna lie. That's a good cross-examination by Diddy's lawyer. If this dude was so bad, why all y'all want to go back? Money. That's why I try to tell y'all, these people sold they soul. Money, y'all. Money. Great, great, great comeback by Diddy's lawyer. Great comeback. It exposes that these people was willing to go through all of this shit that Diddy was doing because they wanted money. And what I always tell y'all, the love of money, not that it's good to have money, but the love of money is the root of all evil. Try to tell y'all this. Crazy work, y'all. Crazy work, y'all. Great cross-examination by Nicole Westmoreland. That's a great I'm not, y'all know I ain't gonna cap. Great cross-examination by her. Because it's like, yo, why'd you go back and work with him? If he's this much of a demon, he was doing all these things, beating on people. Why'd you go back and work with him? Simple. These people cared about money. And that's gonna be Diddy's argument. They cared about the money. So they were willing to go through all of this shit. The beatings, the threats, everything, because of the money. When you need money, and here's the thing they're gonna say. Well, I had to go back to him because he shitted my name anywhere else. But you still went back to him. And this is what I talk about when I say selling your soul. Now here's the thing. They're not gonna be able Diddy's still not gonna be able to get around the government and all the other stuff, right? But again, all these people I told y'all, they were in a horrible lifestyle. They ain't none of them people was gonna leave out of this unscathed because all of them sacrificed or jeopardized themselves. They sold they soul. They were willing to take all the beatings, see all of this thing, everything. They was willing to see everything, do all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Uh, for money. I'm just trying to tell y'all this. Crazy work. Crazy. Unbelievable stuff, man. So this is where you get exposed for your love of money. Okay, so now y'all check this out. So then Diddy's lawyer says the songs you released on your own have not reached the level of what you released with Danity Kane and Diddy Dirty Money, right? Don says, true. Diddy's lawyer says, and you reached out to Mr. Combs to try to make more money, right? Don says, yes, I told y'all. All these people, all these people were willing to sacrifice their soul for money, for money. So I believe everything Don is saying. But what it does is it exposes people's greed and want of money. And people were willing to overlook all this criminal activity that Diddy was doing, all the beatings, everything, because these people were dependent upon him for money because they didn't have the individual success without him. No, he's not going to walk. They got way too many witnesses. But I'm just saying, this is going to expose people in the industry and how they sell their soul for money. Meaning, you see all of these acts this dude have committed, but you still would go back to him because of money. That's crazy. And it's showing y'all on a big scale how people sell their souls. Period.
You couldn't tell a nigga to go to a block, but he claimed he was from Harlem. He used the same game. He used my crew, Slick and the family too. Puff Daddy and the family. He took a lot of shit without paying his dues. And when y'all say that it was dudes that never checked him, he got checked. But he went a whole nother way. He could hide behind the money. He could hide behind the rich and the famous. And not have the dudes who were there. Now y'all finding out it wasn't only Cassie. It was people before Cassie. You got
Mr. Crown in the chat room. You're out of your mind if you think Diddy is getting 5 to 7 years. Sir, if Diddy's convicted on any charge, the minimum is 15 years. This is how you don't know the law. The minimum of the charges Diddy's been hit with is 15 years. That's the minimum. I want you to think about that again. Diddy turned down that already. So if Diddy's found guilty on any of these charges, he ain't doing no less than 15. That's the part you need to understand, sir. When you in the comment section saying 5, maybe 7. You're not doing 5 or 7 Fed time, bro. Sorry, not happening. That's not even the mandated requirement, sir. You need to look up the law instead of just coming in the chat room saying dumb stuff. You guys come in the comment section, say stupid stuff, and don't even know the mandate of the law. Just one charge is getting Diddy 15 years. One. 2 charges, life. And if he gets hit with the RICO's life by itself. You saying that's what he should get, man? You smoking. Beating up all these people, dragging people around. beating the hell out of people, terrorizing people. I'm talking about multitudes of people. And you talking about 5 to 7 years? No, nigga. Hell no. He had brought 20 years of terror on people. He should do 20 years or more, period. So I don't know what you're talking about. Man, listen, I already told y'all, right? And I guarantee y'all that's that white boy. I guarantee y'all that's that white boy who they said called One Stop. I guarantee you I think it's that white boy who they calling One Stop. That's who I think it is. I will put my money that that's that white boy. That's just me. But if I was a betting man, that's what I bet my money on. I bet my money that white boy was saying that stuff. But that's just me. Right? If they get him, man. If they get that white boy, man, bro, ain't nothing for us to talk about. So the government says, can we have a short sidebar? And there's a sidebar. There's a long sidebar, right? All right. Crazy work. So they got a long sidebar going on because, you know, and listen, I don't have a problem with Diddy trying to defend himself because I believe in all the truth being let out. Because I believe that if the truth is let out, then everybody else, you understand what I'm saying, will learn lessons from this and understand how to move in the future.
Kirk Burrows telling his story. Wait till he hit the stands.
Man, it's all crazy, y'all. All crazy, man. I'm trying to tell these cats, man. He's gonna be one to listen, man. It be out of their mind. Be like, man, I don't know what these cats be thinking about, man. Straight up. Straight up.
About, and you know, you can't go to jail for the domestic violence. The feds, that's nothing to do with the feds and nothing like that. And that stuff is old. They just painting a picture that if you don't do what he say do, and the sex escapade that they doing, the sexapade they're doing, the sex trafficking thing, if you don't do what he say, that you could end up hurt some kind of way. And that's the picture they're painting.
Yeah, she testified that Diddy paid her friend off too.
Mm-hmm. Because he didn't want it to go nowhere. Because he knew he could have been sued in court for that. People trying to portray this, you know, like you got people out here saying free Diddy now, and like this dude, you know, don't deserve to go through what he went through after all that he's done to people, bro. Karma is a mother. If it don't get to your kids or your closest relative, it'll make its way back to you. And this time it's made its way back to him. And I really want to believe that there's people in the other life that's not going to let him win this. I really believe that.
Yeah, she also said that she believed that Diddy was attracted to her friend and they did drugs together.
And they probably
did some more things together that she wasn't aware of. She probably didn't make it to the freak off because you gotta understand, man. Listen, it's something that he's a. We all are creatures of habit. He dated Misa. Misa and Kim Porter was friends. I'll know that I'll be sure to tell you the same story that I'm telling. Misa and Kim Porter was friends. Kim Porter and Sarah was friends. Now I'm finna say all three of them is showing up in court, but Kim ain't here. Misa and Sarah are showing up in court. Misa says she's not showing up for Puff. She's showing up for her son, Justin. Sarah is showing up for Puff, and she's showing up for her daughter. Chance, I guess that's her name. But it looks like they supporting him. He probably was sleeping with, Cassie friend. Especially if they're not friends anymore. She probably was sleeping with him. Especially if she allowed him to pay her cash for hitting her in the head with a hanger and knocking her out.
Damn, dog. He hit the girl in the head with a hanger? Man, this nigga Diddy is crazy, bro. Bro, hold on. That's the same girl he gave a concussion? Man, this nigga right here, bro. I think this is the same girl he gave a concussion. Man, that's crazy, bro. He hit the girl in the head with a wooden hanger and gave her a concussion. God, dog. Man, this nigga Diddy crazy, man. He got chicks out here going through concussion protocol, man. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy work, man. You got chicks going through concussion protocol, B. You gotta be ashamed of yourself, B. Like, real talk, you gotta be ashamed of yourself. You got chicks out here going through concussion protocol. Man. Hold on, who this is? Shout out to Mike Kinsley in the cash chat with the donation. Came through some $25 donation. Salute to you, brother. Salute to you, homie. He said he didn't know Diddy was doing all this. Man, a lot of people didn't know, bro. I mean, if you on the outside, you wouldn't see it. You literally would have to be on the inside to see all these things going on, dog. You literally have to be on the inside. Because if you was on the inside, yeah, you wasn't going. There's a lot of stuff you wasn't gonna see.
You have to throw the shit out that angle, right? Crazy. Yeah. Speaking of Albie Shore, how you feel about that interview he did some days ago? He said that he believed that Diddy was behind him having organ failure and him being in a coma. Well, Al is my man. Me and Al is cool. Like, we go back from Mount Vernon when I used to see him coming to Eddie F's house, across the street from my aunt's house. So Al was a good dude, you know what I mean? And if Al believes that, I believe that Al believes that. And I think it may have some truth to it because Puff may have used somebody to give Al something that could have caused that. There's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? There's a possibility that somebody in a good gesture may have gave Al something that was given to them from Puff. And he believes that. So you think Diddy is that powerful that he can have something like that done from a distance? Bro, let me just tell you something, man. They have someone that are mutual.
Listen, the creators of Candy Crush just released a brand new game, Candy Crush Solitaire. I just downloaded it and I cannot get enough of this game. It's fun, it's free, you don't need any Wi-Fi to play, and 0 ads. We have to save Yeti quickly. Let's clear the way using these cards. Almost there. 2 more cards to free the path. Should I grab this 7 maybe? Oh, that wasn't quick enough. Can you do better?
And if I give you something for you to have and you partake in it, isn't it possible you can get sick?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, your cameraman, I gave you a bottle of bourbon. Your cameraman gave you the bourbon. You get sick from the bourbon. He must got proof, bro. Because you got to realize Al is famous. Puff is famous. You can't make statements like that unless you got some proof.
Man, this whole case, y'all. Crazy work, man. Crazy work. This whole case. Crazy work, y'all. So they finally got back from the sidebar, you guys. And so the government is asking, oh no, excuse me. Uh the government is asking to redirect, right? The government asks Don Richard, why did you file your civil lawsuit? Don Richard said, when I worked for Diddy, I had no sleep for conditions. The government says, in every meeting with the government, did you say that Mr. Combs beat Cassie? She said yes. She said in every single meeting, she said the same thing, that this nigga beat her, beat that ass. Straight up. She said that in every single meeting. Bro, this whole situation is crazy, bro. Let me see. Oh shit, I got 3 donations. Hold on, y'all. Salute everybody. All right. Shout out to Melody in the Cash App with the donation. And she says, great detective work ticket. Nah, just reading the paperwork, that's all. And that's the thing. A lot of y'all don't read the paperwork, so I come in here and break it down. That's the thing. I want to say that too. How niggas gonna get mad at me for reading the paperwork and saying, bro, this is in the court files? That's why I'm saying the way I'm saying this stuff, the way I'm saying it is because I've read this stuff in the court filings before the case started. So I already knew all the evidence, all the people that snitching on this dude, man, ain't no way. Because Diddy has never been in a situation where he had this many people that was lined up against him and people on his own team, like this many people to testify against him. Not happen. Not happen. Not happen. And I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all, like I always do. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the girl Melanie in the Cash App with the donation. I appreciate you. Come through with a $20 donation. Salute to you. She says a little something on your lunch. Appreciate that. I respect it and appreciate it. All right. Hold on. Somebody else. Hold on. Yeah. Shout out to Sage, SAGE, with a donation to the Cash App. She came through with a $30 donation in the Cash App. Salute to you. She said you're doing a wonderful job, Ticket. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I believe, and I'm gonna say this again. The one stop I believe is that dude. That's his nickname is One Stop. I believe it's that dude. That's who I believe. I believe One Stop is that dude. That's what I believe. Straight like that.
And I believe Al got some proof on that.
What you think about Albie Short saying that he's willing to testify against Diddy?
Well, if he have a reason to testify against Diddy, he can point out if they ever bring anything, and they said something about Kim Porter. If they bring up something about Kim Porter in one of these counts and everything like that, Al could testify that she was in the best of health. He had just spoke to him. He ain't no doctor or nothing like that. But if I'm speaking to you and we're speaking and everything is okay and good and cool, and then next thing you know, you're sick. Then what, bro? The next day or two, you're sick and you dead. That don't look right. That don't seem right. What the hell has happened? I don't think something is wrong. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think something is wrong. And I believe something is wrong. If he spoke to Kim 2, 3 days and she was fine, no problems, how the hell pneumonia kill you like that? And they said she died of pneumonia.
How you feel about Albie Short's son showing up to court supporting Diddy after Albie Short came out accusing Diddy of putting him in a coma?
Quincy has had a long relationship with Puff. Puff.
Man, that's crazy. That whole situation with Quincy's crazy too, bro. Like, bro, your real daddy's out here, and you run around here with Puff. That's crazy, bro. Your real daddy is out here, but you run around here with Puff. Crazy work, bro. Crazy work. Imagine your real daddy saying, yo, this is a dude that tried to take me out, but you rolling with him over your real daddy. That's insane, y'all. Shout out to Tamika Buckley with a donation to the Cash App. She said, for the great work. Salute to you, Tamika. I appreciate it. Appreciate the donation. Shout out to Clark Hamlin for the donation. Clark Hamlin says, given to ticket of my own free will. For the record, I was not promised, coerced, threatened, forced, nor beaten. Much love for that. Salute. Man, salute, salute, salute. I appreciate you for that. Salute to all of y'all. They on this Don Richard thing heavy, y'all. They on her heavy. Yeah, they on this Don Richard thing heavy. We gonna see how this whole thing pans out, y'all. But it just goes to show y'all, man. People will do whatever they gotta do for money, man. You know what I'm saying? People ignore this shit. So people's morals and ethics should be called into question whenever you allow money to control you personally. Your morals, your ethics, all that should be called into question. I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. Why shouldn't it? Because if money allows you to overlook people getting beat and people getting done all this crazy stuff done to them, it's just crazy. Let Crown troll. He a troller. Crown ain't gonna be able to troll when Diddy get found guilty. So let him troll. Let him get his off, y'all. Let him get his off. He ain't gonna be able to troll when Diddy get found guilty. What are you gonna say then? Oh, this is a disjustice. This is an injustice, a disservice. That's all he gonna say, right? So the government asked Don Richard, "Hey Don, why did you reach out to Diddy?" Don Richard said, "One of the judges on making a band named Lori Ann Gibson. I wanted to reach out, and Diddy's lawyer says objection. Judge says sustain." The government says, "How often would you hear from Mr. Combs after you left Diddy dirty money?" What was it about Lori Ann Gibson that made Diddy's team call for an objection? What is it about Lori Ann Gibson? Something about Lori Ann Gibson made them call an objection, y'all.
That spoiled Quincy as if he was his own. I used to hear rumors that Puff had adopted Quincy and he didn't. Because you would have to find, I'll be sure.
Hold on. Did he beat Lori Ann Gibson with a chair? Y'all lying, man. Y'all lying, bro. Hold on. Did he allegedly beat Lori Ann Gibson with a chair? Y'all lying, bro. Are you serious? Isn't a woman in the world this nigga didn't beat? He beat her with a chair? Bro, this nigga's a demon. Bro, he's a demon, man. He's a demon, bro. He beat her with a chair? Y'all, that's crazy, bro. There's a video. Oh, hell no, man. Man, this dude right here, bro. It's on video? Man. I wonder if they got the video in court. Bro, this nigga was an all-out savage. All-out savage. Crazy work, man. You said they cut the cameras off? Bro, this shit is crazy. Bro, I ain't never know he beat the woman with a chair, man. Bro, this nigga's a demon, bro. It was on Making a Band. Hey, what season was that on, y'all? What season was that on that he beat her with the chair? Yo, somebody gotta tell me. I gotta find out. I gotta go look this up, man. What season was that on? Was it on season 1 or season 2? You said they cut the cameras. Season 5? Dang, it's on MTV? Man, this nigga right here, man. Boy, that nigga ain't got no soul. Oh.
And take his parental rights away. And or he could have married Kim and he became his father that way. But Puff was never Quincy's father. He was just a man that took care of Quincy and his mother. So
That's crazy, man. Season, I'm gonna look this up, y'all. They trying to say season. Hold on. I gotta look that up, bro. Cause y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. So Diddy's lawyer, the government says, my bad, y'all. Government haven't said nothing. Hold on. Oh yes, they have. My bad. The government says, hold on, man. What the hell? Hold on, y'all. Okay, so the government. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so they said, why did you reach back out to Mr. Combs? Don Richard has said that one of the judges on making the ban, Laurie Ann Gibson, I wanted to reach out, and then they said objection. The judge sustained that. Then the government said, how often would you hear Mr. Combs from Mr. Combs after you left Diddy Dirty Money? And Don Richard said sporadically. And then the government says, why did you reach out? Don Richard said to help Kalina Harper. The government says no further questions. Then Diddy's lawyer says, may we have a brief conference, and they had a sidebar, right? So Diddy's lawyer says, hey, I want to recross. So Diddy's lawyer says, you admit you reached out to Diddy's lawyer to re-engage. You claimed only to have a relationship with Leanne Gibson. But if it got back together, you'd have to see Mr. Combs more, right? And Don Richard said, yep. Bro, these people crazy, man. So Diddy's lawyer says, well, you sued for money, right? Don Richard said for justice. Diddy's lawyer says, but the suit asked for money, right? Don Richard says yes. And this is why Diddy's lawyer is a hypocrite. Because she sued. Diddy's lawyer, Nicole Westmoreland, the black girl, she sued Cash Money Records. She sued Slim and Baby from Cash Money Records for a crime they didn't commit. And she tried to hold them accountable for a crime they didn't commit. So she sued Cash Money for money. And I'm talking about Diddy's female lawyer. Diddy's lawyer says no further questions. And then the judge says, Mrs. Slavitt, the government says no, redirect. Combs says break. Man, this is crazy, bro. His whole case, man. Pro, I'm starting to find out stuff, man. I didn't even know he hit old girl with a chair on TV. Crazy work, man. Crazy work, y'all. So they're taking a break, you guys, and we're going to take a break, and we're going to find out who the next witness is, because when we come back, they're going to have a new witness. So whenever they have that new witness, we'll be right back right here to let y'all all know who that new witness is in a little while. So let's take a break. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll be right back.
All right, you guys. So we appreciate everybody that popped in, supported this video. Make sure that you guys shop our merch. We got that new A Weapons merchandise right there below this video. All you gotta do is look below. The links will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well to get the merch, to donate, support the channel, and subscribe to our podcast show. You'll see all those links pinned at the top of the comment section of this video. And we appreciate everybody that supports this channel and our networks. Also, that straight drop weight loss formula. Go to the website. You guys will see that. A link for that will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well. Go right there for all of your weight loss needs. Straight drop weight loss formula. We have a lot of testimonials on the website. You can go to www.str-8-drop.com and get you some of the weight loss formula today. Take your weight loss serious. Get in the gym, work out, exercise, and do what you got to do to stay on point. We appreciate everybody that's been locked into this video. Again, all the links are pinned at the top of the comment section below. Salute to all of y'all. And again, we appreciate everybody who support what we doing over here.